Hi, Geometry. So I'm going to explain what your first objective is, and that is to explain what an angle is. So just please make sure that you're writing this objective down in your notes. Okay. So an angle is formed between two rays with the same endpoint. And here is an image below of what an example of an angle is. We did write this down in our previous lesson, so this is just kind of like a review. Okay. And try to say this out loud, this next slide. The angle measurement is the amount of space in between the two line segments or rays. Okay, if you go back to the previous image, it's talking about this space like right in the middle. Okay, so please make sure you write this down. Moving on. So we can think of an angle as a rotation. So if it's not open so wide, we can think of it as a small angle or a small rotation. And if it's a large angle rotation, it's going to be opened much more wider, okay? So these angles have the same measure. Just because they are different in size, meaning this one's just drawn bigger to scale, it doesn't mean that they have a different angle measure because the inside is the same. One is just drawn a little bit bigger than the other, okay? These also have the same thing, even though this one's drawn to size a little bit smaller than this one, they both have the same angle measure, which is like this space right in between, okay? And the point where the two rays connect, we call the vertex, okay? There are 360 degrees in one complete rotation. So what I want you to do is, you don't have to draw this 1 degree situation down here. But what you can do is, in a circle, I want you to start at one point, draw a circle all the way around, and then give it that little arrow, right? A full complete rotation, a full circle is 360 degrees, okay? Now, how do we find the missing angle? If we think of angles like a full rotation, we have to look at what we have and subtract it from what a full rotation is. So if a full rotation is 360 degrees, and I have 90 degrees, that means I'm just going to do 360 minus 90, and then you get your number. The same thing applies for this next one. 360 minus 60, you get your number. 360 minus 120, and 360 minus 200. And these are just the answers, right? 360 minus 90 is 270. So to find the missing, we just subtract it from 360, okay? So now we have a straight line, right? So a straight line, if we know that a full rotation is 360 degrees, a straight line would be cutting the circle in half. So half of 360 is 180. So it's very important that you write this down. It's 180 on both sides because 180 plus 180 is 360. All right, that wraps up your first objective. Please make sure that you wrote those notes down.